When you've got a sack of potatoes and a can-do attitude, you can turn them into this incredible dish. Hearty, flavorful, and creamy. This is vegan garlic and herb potato gratin, aka Dauphinoise or Dauphinoise. Hold on. Okay, Dauphinoise is like the French version of how to say this dish with 87% accuracy. Here's what you're gonna need. Yukon Gold or russet potatoes, garlic, raw cashews, plant milk, plant butter, nutritional yeast, miso, lemon juice, and some seasonings. Okay, here's how we're gonna start. Break out your tools and a bulb of garlic. You're gonna need 4 cloves minced, and all of this is going straight into our cashew sauce. But there is this one trick where I save like half of a clove and I use it to rub down the dish that I'm loading the potatoes in. It's another way to infuse the flavor. That trick leaves just a whisper of garlic baked into the edges of the gratin. And no, it doesn't overwhelm the sauce. It adds subtle, savory depth that perfumes the dish. Next, slice a lemon in half and set aside. We won't need the juice just yet. It comes in at the very end to wake up everything with brightness and balance. Now, peel 2 pounds of potatoes and slice them very thin, about 1/8 of an inch, and I'm using a mandolin. The goal is even, almost translucent slices so they cook uniformly. As you slice, drop the potatoes into a bowl of cold water. And don't forget to add just a splash of vinegar. First of all, you don't have to peel the potatoes. If you want the absolute creamiest version of this dish, then yeah, you want to peel them. Regardless, don't throw away the peels. Put them to good use. All right, set those aside and let's get our cashew cream together. Start with 1 cup of raw cashews. If you don't have a high-powered blender, soak them for 4 hours or overnight. If you're short on time and you still don't have a high-powered blender, pour boiled water over them and soak them quickly for 20 minutes, then drain. Water, cashews, marry, cashew cream. Normally, that's a 1-to-1 ratio for something rich and thick, but we need a lot of sauce in our gratin. And I didn't want to overload it with fat because cashews are naturally rich. This looser blend still gives us the volume that we need while still keeping that silky, heavy cream-like texture. Alternatively, you can use silken tofu or cauliflower if you're avoiding cashews. Now, for the seasoning. Into a small bowl, add salt, ground mustard seed, also known as mustard powder, garlic powder, nutmeg, and black pepper. Give this mix a quick stir. And you know what? Maybe add a little dry thyme in here. I think I'm gonna do that in the final recipe. When you're done, drop a bay leaf into the bowl and set these aside. If you're using nutritional yeast or miso like I am, those ingredients can add extra saltiness to the dish. And while that might be good to the taste buds, it's not necessarily good for the heart. So let's make sense of it all, right? Now, let's get back to that cashew cream sauce. Set a medium saucepan on low heat and add 2 tablespoons of plant butter. Add the minced garlic and fresh thyme sprigs and let them become fragrant, roughly about 30 to 60 seconds without browning. Then sprinkle in your seasonings and stir for an additional 30 seconds. From here, we're pouring in our oat milk and follow that up with the blended cashew cream. Adding them in this order helps temper the cashew into the hot base. This way, everything blends smoothly. It keeps the sauce silky and prevents those little lumps you sometimes get when cashew cream hits heat too fast. But to handle those lumps, since sometimes they're inevitable, keep a whisk on hand. From here, keep this on a gentle simmer Do not boil. A low simmer is gonna help melt the flavors together and thickens the sauce slowly without breaking the emulsion. Boiling can make the nut cream separate or even feel grainy. A patient simmer gives you a silky sauce that will coat the potatoes. 10 to 15 minutes simmering and stirring occasionally. When done, remove the bay leaf and sprigs. Make sure it's off the heat and whisk in your miso and nutritionalise until completely dissolved. And don't forget the lemon, like I did, because that should have made it in there too. So mine's I did off camera. Another option you can do is sunflower seeds. I mentioned silken tofu and cauliflower before, but sunflower seeds with a bit of milk rather than water can make a nice combo. And if you need to swap for that oat milk, I'd probably go with soy milk. It works pretty well for the infusion. All right, now it's time to heat things up. Heat other things up. Heat more things up. Just preheat your oven. 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And lightly grease the baking dish with some plant butter and start by spreading a thin layer of infused cream on the bottom. This to prevent the bottom layer of potatoes from sticking. Now start layering, arranging the potatoes in slightly overlapping slices, almost like you would do shingles on a roof. Keep them even, either in a spiral or straight rows. This is depending on your pan. Ladle just enough cream to coat the top and seep between the edges. Then repeat, potato, cream, until everything is used up, making sure to finish with sauce on top. Cover this tightly, either with a lid or you can use foil, and bake for about 60 to 80 minutes. The cover locks in the steam, so the potatoes stay tender. For the top, I usually keep things simple. No breadcrumbs, no fuss, no plain cheese. But if you're craving that, I got you. You can mix nutritional yeast, almond flour, and melted vegan butter, or even panko. After it bakes for a little, you can sprinkle it on, add a touch of thyme, and you have a very beautiful crust. If you'd rather go sleek and saucy, leave it alone. Either way, both versions, I believe, hold their own. Once out the oven, let the gratin rest for about 10 minutes. That pause helps the sauce set so your slices stay neat when you serve. And that's it. Boom. Vegan potato gratin. A creamy, rich cashew sauce with layered, tender potatoes and a show-stopping presentation. That's it. So if you want the full recipe, head right on over to my website, makeitdairyfree.com. It's also linked in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week. But until then, believe in good. Peace.